Welcome to Food Sciences Midterm 1. Today I will be showing you how to make cinnamon rolls with some very sweet cinnamon glaze. So what we'll need first is some all-purpose flour, unbleached, pure granulated sugar, some baking powder, salt, buttermilk, and 6 tablespoons of butter, which will be melted. Then for the cinnamon sugar filling, we're going to use dark brown sugar, white sugar, some ground cinnamon, and some salt, and some more butter. Alright, so what I did first was I put in 2.5 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour. The reason behind this is because flour has gluten in it, and it helps contribute to the structure of the dough we're making. And it forms disulfide bonds, and it traps the gas released from the carbon dioxide. So it pretty much just gives the structure of our dough we need to make our cinnamon rolls. And next we're gonna pour in our sugar. It enhances the flavor. It's gonna be very sweet, and it breaks up the gluten, and it also adds volume to the batter, and it breaks up the gluten of the flour, like I said. So next onward, we're going to add some baking powder. So what baking powder will do is it'll add more volume like we need. So when we bake it, it expands. The baking powder has baking soda in it, and also has an acidic agent. So the acidic agent is called cream of tartar. Along with the drying agent, cornstarch. So the cornstarch is used to keep the baking soda and tartar dry while making this dough. And baking soda, on the other hand, has sodium bicarbonate. So let me mix this up a bit, and then add some baking soda, which is in this plastic bag of mine. Trust me, it is baking soda. So what baking soda is going to do is it's going to need an acidic agent, which I'm going to add later, which is the vanilla extract. And it'll give it some flavor and volume as well. Yeah, right now everything is just white, but color will be added to it. So next is salt. Salt is very important. So what salt does, it strengthens the gluten by extracting moisture, and then it helps add structure to the dough that we're making by trapping the carbon dioxide more efficiently. And salt helps add flavor and helps bread rise in a more stable manner. It also helps preserve the dough more, and it retains moisture, like I said, and it makes the bread and dough more stretchable and allow the dough to hold more water, and it improves shelf life and slows the rising time to allow the flavor of the dough to develop. And anyways, we're gonna next add some butter, which we just melted, and we're gonna whisk it with the buttermilk. This is, I think, 6 tablespoons of butter that we melted, which we're gonna add to our buttermilk. So it's gonna be very good. So let me get my measuring cup here, and we're gonna pour it in. This is about a 1/2 cup so far. Look at that drizzle drazzle in. Then we're gonna whisk it. Then after we whisk it, we're gonna throw it into the flour. So anyways, about the butter and buttermilk, they're lipids, they're fats. They're used as a shortening agent, and it can help slow down the gluten formation while providing moisture for the cake, or dough in this case. And allowing the dough not stick together too much either, because we want it to expand and be easily knead later. And it prevents disulfide bonds from forming in the gluten. Yeah, so we just want to be able to just mix this well and get all the air bubbles out, and So we have some ingredients in here that prevent too much air bubbles and stirring it. So right now I'm kneading it with some flour on the board so it doesn't stick to it. It allows all the ingredients to be put together. So onward to the filling, cinnamon filling. I just added some 3/4 cup of dark brown cinnamon, and now I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Nice and sweet. And again, we're adding the sugar to enhance the flavor, and I already said before, the sugar just breaks up the gluten and adds volume. Next, I am adding 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. So what cinnamon will do is it's going to give it, it's a spice, so it's going to give it that distinct flavor. What the salt does is that it strengthens the gluten by extracting moisture, and it's going to retain the moisture as well, and just give it extra flavor too. So now what I'm doing is that I am just adding the cinnamon filling that I just made just onto the dough, and the butter will help it stick together. So just buttered this. We're going to throw it in the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. And what the heat will do is it's going to break the carbonates, releasing air into the dough, and the gluten and fats will trap the air, making the dough rise and resulting in beautiful cinnamon rolls, which you'll see in 30 minutes.